There it is. Good morning.
Still morning.
Barely. Well, what is it? Oh, we got 6 minutes. No, 8 minutes. Oh boy, what a morning!
Yep.
And she's gone.
Sorry, I know you don't like it when I leave you hanging, but
That's all right.
so it's Mother's Day Eve. How's it going, everybody? Hi, Steph. Sorry, I should buy. I know some people don't like it when.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that.
Sorry.
How about if they say hi to us, then we say
Okay.
hi back?
Good morning.
That's probably like the better.
We're gonna talk about what you can get for $20 today and what that looks like
See,
from
there's
Devil's
some-
Lake, North
So
Dakota.
Mindy, we can say, "Hey, Mindy."
Hey, Mindy. We see you. Today we're going to talk about what $20 will get you right now
Mm,
and what that looks like for us as business owners.
$20.
Yep, $20. So, we already have people joining us. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate it.
Maybe people are actually up at this time.
Yeah. So
11:52.
Mhm.
I think we were trying to be on by 10:30.
It just didn't work out this morning, but that's
work out
okay.
last
And it
week at
didn't work
all.
out last week. I think we were like
So
quarantine
This is
burnt out
quarantine
last
haircut.
week.
They never saw this yet.
Oh, everybody, say hello to Jacob's new haircut.
The kids buzz cut my hair, and I kind of like it. So I might keep it. What the heck?
Yes. So, yes, Jacob shaved his head. It was time.
Well, the kids shaved my head, but I've always wanted to try this haircut.
Yeah.
It's always been like,
It was time.
it's getting a little thin, and
And that's just what people who are 40 who get thinning hair do.
I'm only 38.
38.
You're older than me.
Approaching 40.
You're older than me. You so just so everybody knows.
I'm 38.
Yes, you're almost 39.
I wouldn't is almost in the
You just
realm.
called me 40, so
I'm sorry. Is
you're much closer to 40 than me.
what is it? May? My birthday's not till September. um. So yes, just like the kids buzzed my hair last summer, they did this to your hair. Did they giggle the whole time?
Oh, they loved it. They loved the clippers. Oh my gosh, like they couldn't wait to like get the clippers, and I mean they did a great job. I had a blast too. I was like, take it all off.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch the beard.
See, and I wouldn't mind. I just don't want to sound like a jerk, but I like the beard, but it could be trimmed.
See, there's Carly. We can say hello, Carly.
Hey, Carly. Hey, Sherilyn.
Sherilyn, see? Good morning, almost afternoon. Yeah, it was a crazy. So yeah, last week didn't happen. I know I was.
You and I maybe had some tension too.
we were
It was
not-
like I don't want to sit in front of a camera with my husband right now.
It was not a good time.
No matter what, guys, there's always moments like that in marriage. I'm just gonna say it now, especially after being in close quarters for 6 weeks straight. I mean, amen. I mean, it's just that's normal, right?
Well, I think it'd be so much
There's-
different. It's so much other stresses in it because of the kids too, and the school, and just like I
We're
like
all
work-
together
Like,
all the
I
time.
actually really like working from home, and I think it'd
great.
be really fun to actually have an office with. Like I would love to work here with you during the day.
Yeah, that'd be super fun.
But you add on 5 school age kids.
And a toddler.
It just kind of goes out the wall. It just goes away. Like I want my alone space. Kate wants her alone space, and we want to be alone for. Give us, you know what I mean? That's like what we want sometimes. Just like it's just so chaotic.
He still gets to go into work once a week, and we enjoy him being at home. It's just over time, anything that's even good after a long time, it gets to be hard. There's hard.
Too much of a good
things.
thing is really,
Yeah. So I just was realizing the other day, like, why am I feeling? And I wouldn't even call it anxious because I know what true anxiety feels like, but I was feeling like what is it that feels unsettling? And again, this is like such a low thing, but it's like when you go 6 weeks and you never have alone time.
Mm-hmm.
And as moms, you know, you don't even get alone time when you go to the bathroom. You
No.
still have a kid knocking at the door
I
or
was
walking
really happy
in.
that you got to go to war with that the other day. And
Oh,
like,
you guys.
I'm like that was really good. I'm like so happy that you did that.
I
So,
know. When Bryn may be on here watching. Bryn, say hi if you're here. I called Bryn. I said, I have something for you. Now, Bryn is our first Surrounded by Scent team member out of 140.
Oh yeah.
She's the first one to promote to superstar consultant. That's one step below director. And so that's a big
that's
deal.
huge.
Hey, Bryn is on here.
We're so proud of Brenda.
So I called Bryn. and I was-
Rocking her business.
Rocking her business, never giving up. So I said, hey, I have something for you. Can I run it over? And it's 20 miles in the other, in east, right?
That is easy.
And she said, no, I'm going to be coming through Roseau, though, on her way home from Thief River. I can pick it up. And I was like, oh.
No.
Usually, under any other circumstance, I'm like, yes. Like, how convenient. Somebody can swing by and I don't have to go do something. You know, to drive to Warden back, that's 45 minutes.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, she's going to pick up.
Bummer.
You know what, Bryn? I'm going to come bring it to your house anyways. I don't care if you're home or not home or whatever. I'll leave it. So she was like, yep, just leave it in the house. Whatever. And I was like, okay. I got in the car and I went and I filled up a gift bag for her of lots of random things. But, and then I went to Izzy's. It's this restaurant that's been there forever, but I only recently discovered it. And it has wings. And the wings are incredible. And I ordered myself some wings, put on the Office podcast, the Office Ladies podcast. Oh, thank you, Bryn. I'm glad you liked it. And I put on this podcast and I ate wings like nobody's business all by myself and listened to Office Ladies. It was wonderful. It was satisfying. I had barbecue sauce all over. I looked awful.
Where'd you eat them at?
In the car.
But where in the car? Where'd you park?
I parked in Izzy's for a little bit, and then I just drove home and ate.
Oh, okay.
And listened to my podcast. It was very satisfying. But that made me realize, wow, I have not been alone in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I am alone, I'll engage in social media or something. It was just so nice to just have some time to eat, and not share.
Get off the plug-in, yeah.
And listen to my favorite thing in the whole world, which is The Office. Okay, so I used to kind of give him grief for being such a Star Wars. It's Star Wars you're obsessed with, right? Or is it Star Trek?
Both. Both.
Okay, so he was like a Trekkie.
I was definitely in
middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah, and continuing into adulthood.
I like Star Trek. Yeah, sure. I was a Trekkie, and then Star Wars is awesome too. So I never one of those people that
I didn't get it. I'm a fan of TV shows, but I wasn't like.
I love sci-fi.
I didn't understand how there were conventions centered around a show. Even though I get very starstruck and I love
like Comic-Con, right, where they all dress up and everything like that.
I just
you don't get it. Right.
You guys, I'm telling you right now, if there was an Office convention, I would book VIP. If I had a chance to meet Michael Scott or in real life, Steve Carell, Rainn Wilson, who's Dwight on the show, I would sell so much Scentsy in order to get there. I would give my pinky finger to go to an Office convention. Are there Office conventions? If you have Netflix, which I'm pretty sure everybody in America has Netflix right now, maybe everybody in the world because of quarantine, watch The Office. And if it's a little bit dry to you the first season, just keep watching. Because, you guys, there's nothing that has brought me so much belly laughter in my life besides your dad. His dad made me laugh into I couldn't breathe laugh. That's what The Office does to me, and it's been such a gift. And with that, I've become a little obsessed. I am in 3 different Facebook groups about people being obsessed with The Office.
Wow.
It's all they talk about all day, and it's again very satisfying. And maybe that's a little bit of an escape from stress, but it's so fun and it's so funny. There's something about it that just hits me just right. And I am a little obsessed with it. And I'm grieving in a sense that this show existed for so long and I was completely oblivious. I mean, I heard of it, but I never got to experience it as it was happening, and I'm so bummed about that. I could have gone to the wrap party for $10.
That would have been. You would have driven me nuts though.
Why?
You gotta wait every week for an episode, and then months between the seasons. You binged it.
Yeah.
You one more. So I think binging is.
There's 9 seasons of it,
yeah.
And one day Charlotte was homesick this spring, and she watched maybe season 6, which I should have been monitoring that because now I know that there's not always kid appropriate content on there. There's a lot of adult content, but I didn't watch it. Like I was in my office working while she was watching it. So last night I just watched a wedding. I won't give it away for any spoilers, but I just watched certain couple's wedding for the first time, and I was cried, laughed. So there's still parts of it I'm experiencing, but because there were episodes that I missed in the way. Okay, so enough about Office. Let's talk about $20 and what this has done to our business this month. We've welcomed 20 people to our team, 20 people for
Holy
$20.
Starting a business for $20.
And the thing is,
That's pretty insane.
like, here's as Scentsy directors, what happens when this.
Bears, Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yes, Carly's an Office fan.
And I was
You're
a
my
huge
people.
I was a huge Battlestar Galactica fan too.
So
See, I
let's
know
say
all
you
this
just
stuff.
wanted this warmer. Kate, I need a warmer. I like this one. I would say, okay, it's $20 plus tax. Okay. Now though, for $20 plus tax, you can get this and Black Raspberry Vanilla, one of the longest scents we've had in. It was like one of the first Scentsy scents ever. So you can get this and the bar. I've never warmed this in our home though.
It's so good. I don't know why you haven't. It's so good.
I know. It's been around forever. And so you can get these two things and a business opportunity. So when so many people join at once, like usually if it's $99 to join, people have the intent to like, okay,
Really
I'm going
do
to
something.
invest $99 and start a business.
Right.
Great. And like, let's have your launch party. Let's spread the word. Like, let's do some learning. But when it's $20, sometimes people just grab this just to grab it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's a good deal. I'm going to grab, we call them kidnappers. And that's fine. If that's all you want to do with it,
I like the
here's
nickname.
my website. I make zero income off of you being a kidnapper, but that's fine. Like, I'm going to cheer you on for getting a good deal, whatever. However, I know that most kidnappers are like, oh, and now I could have a bit, like, eventually they go, but people around me love Scentsy. I love Scentsy. And the minimum requirements per year is 3 orders per year. So like most people are like, okay, I'll do that. So for me as a director and then my team, we have to figure out, okay, so when all these people are getting this $20 kit, now what? So like we have to talk to them and figure out what's next for you. Like what do you want to do with this opportunity? Like, do you want to just chill on it for a while? And then some people are like, well, I maybe don't want to do much with it because they don't think they can do well. So then you have to work through that. The truth is that Scentsy is like the busiest it's ever been in 15, 16 years. Like shipping can't keep up.
Yeah.
I posted yesterday, I read a thing from Scentsy Home Office that in May, they're used to doing 10,000 orders a day shipping out. We're between 23 and 24,000 orders a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
And
people are shopping at home from their local
people are home, they want, I mean, Scentsy does well. Scentsy's been growing every year, every month for a long, long time, but now it's been like, people are home, they want to be comforted and have it smell good. So it's been, yep, see, Sherry hasn't warmed Black Raspberry Vanilla either. I think that's like a consultant confession. We like haven't warmed the most classic scents. But anyways, so it's been really fun to see people taking a dip in the business for fun and them seeing that people around them love Scentsy and that they would love the opportunity to buy it from that person. So it's been really exhilarating. And what's really fun is the consultants that I've had on the team for a long time are now team building because people who've been on the fence about joining Scentsy, all of a sudden it's $20 for a month and you're like, oh, maybe I'll do it now. So it's been super exhilarating to see my team start to rise up in leadership too, because now the people who are on the fence are joining their teams and they're getting a chance to be a leader now and and sponsor people and support people. And it's just been really fun. I don't know. I just am really, really loving my job right now. And I always do, but right now
you have a new energy.
Yeah. I think a hard time has made it a good time. Or oh, well, I spend half the day with the kids doing school, so I only get a fraction of the amount of work time I used to have, and that challenge has been super fun.
Well, Kristen said very nice things. She's my favorite person too.
Kristen is far too generous with us on our coffee talks.
Yes. And then Mandy.
I think we can both agree that I would order 3 times in a. Oh my gosh, yes, Mandy. I should have come to you with this a long time ago. Yes, 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 yes. Mandy, surroundedbyscent.com. I will send
Check
you a
it
direct
out.
link if you want. Mandy would be a great candidate on being her own customer and then having, because Mandy is one of my best
family
customers.
and friends want
Yeah.
it too, so why not?
You just
Easy peasy.
that-
And Kate will take care of you. So.
Yeah, that's my job too, is to support people
Yep.
once they click
She's a
join.
really good director. She
Hmm.
cares about her team very much.
I do. They're my family, my other family.
Right.
And sometimes a family of 140 is easier than a family of 8. I always say, Jake, how many kids do we have again?
It's hard. Yeah.
So sometimes Scentsy serves as my break. I don't know. It's like my alone time that we were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you're, man, Kristen, I'm gonna block you. You're gonna make me blush. So yes, and then Mother's Day is tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Jacob got me something, and I'm not like, my love language is not presence
No, it's not.
necessarily. However, I would say that a love language is like thoughtfulness. So I'm guessing whatever you got is something very
It's
thoughtful.
very thoughtful. I did.
Yeah.
I did very much think of you.
So I don't, yeah. And then
I have one more thing I need to pick up. So.
oh, see, and I get like, if he were to pick up like a Diet Coke and French fries, that would blow me away, because those are like my guilty pleasures. That it would be a special treat.
This is
Like
e-
I
think
don't
this is even
need.
better yet,
I
so.
don't. Oh, see, you remind me of Jim, and I'm Pam. And we're talking heads right now.
Jim was way too good.
No, no, you are a Jim. You are a Jim.
That later season though, he got a little.
He got a little.
I didn't really like Jim very much.
Well-
we weren't supposed to. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. That's
Sorry, we're
I
office
love.
talk right now.
I love writing and acting. Like, they're a good actor when you hate them. Like I always like that. Like
Well, the kids would get mad at different characters, and we'd be like, "That's what they want us to feel. Like
Yeah.
we're feeling what
supposed
we're
to feel
supposed
that.
to feel that." And no, I think the Jim and Pam thing was just very lifelike, because like we talked about, like I didn't feel like doing coffee talk with you last week, but that's not us being bad or bad people. It's us being human. Like so. Anyways, yes, Jim got very human, but yes, you remind me of Jim because you're sweet and cute and thoughtful.
don't
So-
have that head of hair though. Man, that's a nice head of hair.
He does have nice hair,
has a
and
nice head of hair.
he continues to have nice hair.
Yeah. I think it's just Hollywood, man.
You guys, well,
I'm sure. I mean, they probably dye it and have all the stuff that they put in it, so it keeps it nice and thick.
yeah.
I'm just going to Bruce Willis.
If you guys haven't looked up John Krasinski on YouTube and Some Good News Network, you need to look that up, and it will fill your soul up and make you smile, and it gets better and better every week.
I love the Brad. Did you see one on Brad Pitt? He did the weather.
No.
So Brad, how's the weather? And he goes to Brad Pitt. He just walks outside, and goes, "It's good." And then that was it. That was like that was the entire segment. Like literally like 10 seconds of Brad Pitt.
Speaking of weathermen,
It was
do you know what
pretty
I was thinking about the other day when my brain goes to weird places? I was thinking about people whose jobs used to be pretty normal and busy, but who are probably like really out of a job right now. Traffic reporters in big cities. I mean,
How's the traffic? Open.
There's none.
There's no traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just was feeling for traffic reporters. See what
When
I
I was
can
in the
do.
cities,
Hopefully
like,
there's
that was
other
a big
jobs
thing
they
when
can do.
I was there in the cities.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
summer, it was legit. Like you heard all the time the traffic report.
Yeah, on the radio or TV.
Yeah.
Like, what is your commute going to look like today?
Right.
And it's backed up
And then
here
I
on
used-
I-35.
Oh,
You're going to
what
want to avoid
app?
this exit.
I used the Woz app. Woz, and it like
W-A-Z?
no
Woz?
Woz. I forget. What it actually helped you commute, and it knew the traffic report, and then it would it was all like you were a part of the community, and it would like you would tell things like I was a part of like if there was an accident, I would like hit a button. If there was like stuff on the road, you'd hit a button.
So
If there was a
people who-
cop, you'd hit a button, and then it would warn you like a quarter mile ahead. Oh,
So it was like social media for people in
Yeah.
traffic, which
yeah,
sounds
but it's like
very
so bad, like
dangerous.
I'm touching my phone
Yeah.
while I'm driving. So it's like probably not the best thing to be doing, but
I didn't think about that because I work for a body shop in the U.S. and our business has gone down dramatically.
Oh.
Because yeah,
there's no accidents.
there's no accidents happening.
And that was our insurance too. Like sent us
Yeah.
a check because nobody's driving. So that was odd. I thought, but
Well, it probably keeps people from canceling their auto policies.
you
Like,
can't. You have to have auto insurance.
what if you're not driving your car
Oh.
at all?
And then like, why even carry it?
So, if you guys haven't looked into it, ask your auto insurance provider, are they doing any rebates or special deals? Because ours happened to give us $50 check per car. So that was great. Like, that was not necessary,
No.
but for some people it might be. Like, and
Because we could legit go down to one car.
we totally could go down to a one vehicle family right
Yeah.
now. So with so many people working from home or not traveling to see
Yeah.
loved ones.
Interesting.
So anyways, that's a thing. Like many of the more common, like Geico, American Family, State Farm Insurance, they're giving rebates or money back to their customers during this time. Yeah. Oh, we were talking about the cities. But there's no traffic reporters in Rosa where we live because it's 2,600 people, very small. There's
3
one road.
stoplights.
Yeah, 3 stoplight town, guys. And so
It's a big
when
deal.
I say I was stuck in traffic, that means there was 5 cars at a stop sign.
And it took you a
took
minute.
me a minute to get. It's awful. I mean, it's wonderful, but it's.
When I was down there, I had my patience meter. I had to really work on like just chilling out.
Oh.
I'm gonna be in traffic for an hour. That's what's gonna happen. I listened to so much podcasts. It was pure insane. I loved it. It was actually
Yeah.
it was kind of nice.
When we lived in Chicago for 3 months, which I'm just craving to go there.
Yeah.
I think once things open up again, I want to
Wanna
like
travel.
rent I would honestly, if your work, like look at us planning our life right now, but if your work let you work remotely for a month, honestly, and without having to come in or being willing to commute like twice.
I need really good internet.
I would literally rent a home in Chicago, like BRBO or whatever, for a month. VRBO for a month in the summer. Like
do you
I
take the
want,
kids?
yes. And we'd do like the Taste of Chicago, and they would be in YMCA day camp, and we would like relive 2003. It would. And I would drive Lakeshore Drive every day for 45 minutes because that's what I did to be a camp counselor for like $7 an hour. And I would listen to Black Eyed Peas, and
They had great radio.
2003 was
the best radio.
beautiful. We had no
Just so
money.
you know, 2003 started out we got married. We drove to Chicago. First week, man, you were bawling. We couldn't find Target. The bank wouldn't take any of our money because we had no. Like,
It was a
history.
pretty woman moment, yeah. We couldn't like prove our address.
So just it
And we
didn't
had
start
all of
out
our-
beautiful.
We had all of
It
our
turned
wedding
into
money, and we're
beautiful.
like, we have money to spend here, like Pretty Woman, and like the bank was like, we don't know who you are, like, and yeah, we were. There's no 2003. There's no GPS. I don't think we had a cell phone. I had to go to the library to use the
We
internet.
got a cell phone, but when
I
remember we had a cell phone. It was like a
For entertainment, we had to rent VHS tapes.
yeah. We watched Sex and the City and
That's what we did. Like, so we didn't have like we didn't know where Target was. So we're like, well, this is a big city. Surely, if we just drive, we will find a
we
Target.
did find one eventually.
I don't think we ever did.
No, we didn't. I remember we went to Target and we watched. I remember we watched Hulk. We watched a Marvel movie with me. First and last.
Because we had to
ever.
move there for 3 months with only what we could fit in,
in our little Explorer.
2-door Explorer.
Yeah, 2-door Ford
And
Explorer.
then, so you guys, and then the other thing that was, so we had gone from Bemidji, Minnesota, which is a town of 10,000, but it's it's small town.
It's like a college town.
Yeah, and we moved to Chicago. So, and I had agreed to work at this YMCA day camp, which was way in North Chicago.
And we lived in South Chicago.
Yeah.
And I worked pretty much in the city.
Yeah, so I didn't understand though. I was naive enough to think, let's go grocery shopping, Jake, and on the way home, let's swing by the YMCA where I'm going to work.
Yep.
In a metro area,
Swinging
you don't
by doesn't-
realize that 10 miles means an hour of driving sometimes. So, or whatever, we should map it out. I just miss Chicago so much. I like feel like this craving to go back there
We had a good
because we ended up loving it. and we thought we would start our lives there, and it didn't work out, but that's okay. Maybe we can
Remember,
rent a house there. and
$6.25 an hour with all the OT I could work. That was my offer.
We couldn't.
After college,
Yeah.
Bachelor of Science degree. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was like $10 an hour at least. It had to be. Maybe your intern pay was $6.25.
Yeah, my intern pay. It was really bad.
So then we went to the grocery store, like, and again, no money, but we got everything we needed. And I was like, okay, let's just hop on over to the YMCA and we'll go check out. It was called the High Ridge YMCA, and the neighborhood was, it was going to drive me nuts. It's at the top. Katie.
Well, Lincoln Park.
It wasn't Lincoln Park.
No.
So anyways, High Ridge YMCA in the what neighborhood? Anyways, that's gonna drive me nuts. And so I was like, we'll just swing by the YMCA. And I just remember it took forever to get there. And you're like, Kate, is this worth it? And I was like, yes, we're gonna get there. Classic Kate and Jake, like, yes, we can do this. And you're like, I don't know. It took us forever. And then I was like, our groceries, like we had frozen things and all that.
They weren't frozen anymore.
No, I just remember that. But we did find the YMCA.
Then we had to
loved
drive
it.
home, which was like an hour. We took the freeway though. And
No, yeah, it was
there you exited at the right before the White Sox Stadium.
yeah. We lived by the White Sox Stadium, and
So-
then I
so
worked
fun.
way in North.
I could
Chicago.
take a couple blocks away. I could take an L train into town, or
I-
I biked.
I, honest to goodness, would not be surprised if we lived there someday.
Dude, I'd be all about that.
I don't know. Like, I just think like
You, me, and Vera, let's do it.
I just
Like,
love
it's gonna-
Chicago.
How many? That's going to be 11 years.
Like, I miss the
No,
smell,
7. It'll
the
be 7 years of
sounds,
us,
the
just the three of
views.
us.
I miss, and there's something about the feeling of being there, like the feeling of it. It just was so exhilarating.
And I liked once you got it. Like it's just a simple grid of roads,
Yeah.
like north, south, east, west. And once you like clicked, it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is cakewalk to navigate.
Yeah, and it's a lot.
We lived off of not Adams. I worked off of Adams Street. We lived off of. Come on, what was our? It was an interesting. It started with an A.
I don't know.
Our street name.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember. But I just know that, like,
Catholic Hispanic neighborhood. Yeah.
which we didn't know that until somebody at the YMCA was like, oh, you're surrounded by Hispanics and Catholics. And I was like, I had no idea. Like, I didn't ever make that observation, but apparently their neighborhoods are kind of known for certain ethnicities and religions.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty fun.
we didn't know.
Good time.
Yeah.
We're getting up to half an hour here,
Oh, man.
and people are. I think we're at lunchtime, and we probably should make lunch for our kids.
Yeah. But I was just gonna say, our Chicago experience was much like many experiences where I get into it and at first I'm shocked and like scared and full of anxiety because I remember bawling and you being like, Kate, we don't ever have to come back here again. Like, I think you were so.
I was like,
we had just got married and your new bride was like horrified at like how.
I wanted
how
to bring
foreign
you home.
everything was.
I was like,
yeah,
I'll bring you
were
to
like,
Duluth. I'll just work alone for 3 months.
And then we loved it so much, and so
We made friends.
and I
It was a good
cried
time.
my eyes out at leaving. So there's been several things in life where I get to it and I'm so scared, and you are like, okay, we never have to do this. Like, we can go back and whatever. But then it ends up being such a good thing. So like, I have to remember that when we get into things that feel scary or unsure, and just know like, okay, a whole lot of good can come out of this.
Duluth. Oops. Oh well. Sorry.
Why do you talk about that?
Because it reminds me of that.
Like Haiti, that happened.
I know that one was rough. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember. Oh,
That
Haiti
was-
was rough.
yeah,
But
and
then
then
it was the best thing ever.
Then it became another favorite place of mine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all good. Life lessons. Okay, you guys have a great Saturday, and
It's Saturday.
call me if you want this.
Mother's Day tomorrow.
Message
Have
me
a
if
good
you want
Mother's
this
Day
for
if you're a mom.
$20. Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Happy Mother Remembrance Day to everybody who
Yes.
has moms in heaven, and yeah,
All right.
sending love from northern Minnesota.
North Minnesota. Take
Bye,
care, everybody.
guys.
I have no idea how to stop this one. This one's always
Turn
rough.
off YouTube.